Have you ever noticed that some people music seem incredibly youthful at 80, while others feel worn out and old in their early 60s? Many of us look at the calendar and assume that reaching a certain number means our best days are behind us, feeling a quiet anxiety about our vitality slipping away. But the truth is, true aging is not dictated by the date on your birth certificate. It is determined by how your mind and body interact with the world around you. In this video, we are going to talk about 6 signs that prove age simply does not matter. These are not just empty motivational phrases. They are powerful, scientifically observed indicators of psychological and biological youth that researchers have found in the most vibrant seniors. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what these signs are and how you can nurture them within yourself to stay resilient and energized. Stay tuned until the end, because you might already possess the most important sign of all without even realizing its incredible music value. Once you recognize these signs, you will have a clear idea of where your true vitality lies and what small shifts can completely change how you experience the year's music ahead. Now let's get started. Number 1, your adaptability to new routines. One of the clearest indicators that your age is just a number is how willingly you adapt to new routines. As the years pass, it is incredibly easy to fall into a strict, unchanging daily schedule. If you find yourself resisting new ways of doing things, please know that this is not a character flaw. It is simply your brain trying to conserve energy by relying on familiar, well-worn neural pathways. However, the ability to embrace small changes, music, is a profound sign of neuroplasticity and cognitive youth. Consider 2 men, Arthur and Thomas, both 72 years old. Arthur has followed the music exact same routine for 20 years and becomes frustrated if his favorite grocery store rearranges its aisles. When the unpredictable world shifts, his rigid schedule causes unnecessary stress. Thomas approaches changes with curiosity. When his local bank switched to a new online system, he patiently learned it even though it felt clumsy at first. While Arthur is constantly fighting against the current of modern life, Thomas' music is keeping his brain actively engaged in creating new neural connections. This flexibility is a powerful biological signal that your mind is still capable of growth and young. The wonderful news is that adaptability is a muscle, music you can strengthen at any point in your life. Simply taking a different walking route, trying a new recipe, or learning a new feature on your phone can send a wake-up call to your brain. These moments of novelty stimulate essential brain chemicals that ward off cognitive decline. Music, when you choose to be adaptable, you are telling your body that you are still an active participant in this world. It is a beautiful declaration that you are not done exploring. So take a gentle look at your own habits today. Embracing a little bit of newness might just be the secret to keeping your mind remarkably sharp and resilient. Number 2, your posture and spinal alignment. The second sign that reveals your true internal youth is the alignment of your spine and your daily posture. When we picture an elderly person, we often imagine someone with rounded shoulders and a downward gaze. If you have noticed yourself slouching more often or feeling a heaviness in your upper back, do not feel ashamed or blame yourself for having bad habits. This physical shift is a very natural result of gravity acting on your body over decades, music combined with a gradual decrease in core muscle density. Your body is simply trying to find a resting position that requires the least amount of muscular effort. However, maintaining an open, upright posture is one of the most accurate biological markers of physical resilience and longevity. When your spine is aligned, your lungs can fully expand. Your digestive organs' music have the space they need to function optimally, and your brain receives a steady, rich supply of oxygen. Think about two women, Martha and Betty, both 75 years old. Martha walks with her chest open and her head held high, looking straight ahead at the horizon. Her posture allows her to breathe deeply, which naturally keeps her heart rate steady and her mind alert throughout the day. Betty, however, has allowed her shoulders to roll forward over the years, creating a permanent curve in her upper back. Because music, her chest is compressed, she takes shallow breaths, which quietly signals to her nervous system that she is in a state of mild stress. Music, while Martha's upright stance projects confidence and youthfulness, Betty's rounded posture makes her feel fatigued and physically, music diminished. Your spine is the central highway of your nervous system, and when it is compressed, the communication between your brain and your body slows down. The beautiful truth is that your posture is not a permanent sentence. You can actively reverse the effects of gravity and invite incredible energy back into your body music by practicing gentle, mindful alignment. You do not need to endure grueling workouts to achieve this. Simple daily adjustments can make a profound difference. Try standing against a wall for just 1 minute a day, allowing your shoulders and the back of your head to touch the surface. Or imagine a gentle string pulling the crown of your head toward the sky as you sit and read. These small conscious movements strengthen the deep postural muscles that support your spine. When you choose to stand tall, you are literally opening your heart to the world and giving your internal organs the freedom to operate flawlessly. You are sending a biological message to your cells that you are strong, capable, and ready to engage with life. This upright position inherently boosts your self-esteem, music, and changes the way you feel about yourself, proving that vitality has nothing to do with the year you were born. By nurturing your spine, you are protecting your independence and building a physical foundation that will carry you gracefully through the coming decades. Take a moment right now to gently roll your shoulders back and take a deep, full breath. Notice how much lighter and more energized you feel in just a few seconds. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any music videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inspire and inform you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, your desire to learn and curiosity. The third remarkable sign that age simply does not matter is a genuine desire to keep learning and a relentless sense of curiosity. As we navigate through our 60s and 70s, society often subtly tells us that it is time to sit back, disengage, and leave the learning to the younger generations. If you have found yourself losing interest in new hobbies or feeling like you already know enough about the world, please understand that this is a completely normal reaction to a culture that does not always value senior wisdom. Your brain might feel like it has absorbed a lifetime of information, and the urge to simply rest is a natural biological response to decades of hard work. However, the presence of active curiosity is the ultimate hallmark of a youthful spirit and a thriving, resilient brain. When you learn something new, whether it is a foreign language, a new gardening technique, or the history of a distant country, your brain literally builds new synaptic connections, music. Regardless of your chronological age, consider two men, Charles and Richard, both 78 years old. Charles spends most of his days sitting in his favorite recliner, watching the exact same television programs he has watched for years. He believes his learning days are completely behind him, and as a music result, his daily conversations have become repetitive, and his memory has begun to soften. Richard, on the other hand, recently decided to learn how to play the piano, something he had always dreamed of doing but never had the time for. He struggles with the sheet music, and his fingers are not always as fast as he would like, but his eyes light up when music talks about his progress. While Charles's world is slowly shrinking, Richard's world is expanding, filling his days with mental stimulation and purpose. This active engagement with new information is a protective shield against dementia and cognitive decline. The wonderful reality is that curiosity does not require an expensive course or a university degree. It simply requires a willingness to ask questions and explore the unknown. You can start by reading a book on a subject you have never explored, visiting a local museum, or even just asking a friend to teach you a card game you have never played. When you spark your curiosity, you awaken a youthful energy that makes every single day feel vibrant and full of potential. It shifts your focus away from the past and anchors you firmly in the exciting possibilities of the present moment. Your brain is a magnificent, highly adaptable organ that craves novelty and challenges, and it is fully capable of astonishing growth at any age. By choosing to remain a student of life, you are rejecting the false narrative that music aging is a period of decline. Instead, you are embracing aging as a beautiful ongoing journey of discovery. You are proving that wisdom is not just about what you already know. It is about how open you are to what you have yet to learn. Take a moment to think about one topic you have always found fascinating but never pursued. Giving yourself permission to explore that interest is one of the most powerful and loving things you can do for your overall longevity and your mental health. Your capacity for wonder is completely timeless, and keeping that spark alive is the true secret music to remaining forever young at heart. Number 4, your emotional recovery rate after setbacks. The fourth compelling sign that you possess a timeless vitality is your emotional recovery rate music after experiencing disappointments or setbacks. Life is inevitably filled with unexpected music challenges. And as we age, we often face profound changes such as the loss of loved ones, shifts in our physical health, or transitions in our living situations. If you have found yourself holding on to grief, frustration, or anger longer than you used to, please do not judge yourself harshly. Music, as we accumulate decades of memories and experiences, the emotional weight we carry naturally becomes heavier. Your nervous system is simply trying to process complex layers of feeling. Music and a slower emotional processing time is a very normal part of the human experience. However, the ability to acknowledge a setback, feel the pain, and then gently guide yourself back to a state of peace is an incredibly powerful indicator of psychological youth. True resilience is not about pretending that everything is fine or burying your sadness. It is about your emotional elasticity, your capacity to bend under the weight of a storm without completely breaking. Think about two women, Susan and Patricia, both 74 years old. Last year, both women experienced a music minor health scare that required them to cancel a highly anticipated vacation. Susan was devastated and allowed the disappointment to completely take over her life. She spent months complaining about her bad luck, isolating herself from her friends and dwelling on the unfairness of the situation, allowing the setback to define music her entire year. Patricia was also deeply disappointed and allowed herself a few days to feel genuinely sad about the missed trip. But after processing her feelings, she shifted her focus. She organized a beautiful staycation in her own hometown. Music invited friends over for small dinners and started planning a new trip for the following year. While Susan remained trapped in a cycle of bitterness and stress, which negatively impacted her immune system, Patricia used her emotional flexibility to find joy in a new reality. Her quick emotional recovery rate protected her physical health, and allowed her to continue enjoying her daily life. The incredibly uplifting truth is that emotional resilience is a skill you can cultivate every single day. You can improve your recovery rate by practicing mindful self-compassion and intentionally focusing on the things you can still control. When a setback occurs, try talking to yourself with the same gentle kindness you would offer a dear friend. By consciously choosing to let go of resentment and looking for the silver lining, you are signaling to your body that the threat has passed. This allows your nervous system to return to a state of restful balance, which is essential for your physical well-being and longevity. Music, your emotional agility, is a beautiful testament to your seasoned wisdom and your inner strength. It shows that you have learned how to ride the waves of life rather than fighting against them. By nurturing your ability to bounce back, you are guaranteeing that no matter what challenges come your way, you will always find your way back to peace and happiness. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me music know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inspire and inform you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, your ability to find humor in daily life. The fifth undeniable sign that your age is entirely irrelevant is your ability to find genuine humor in the messy and often unpredictable moments of daily life. As we grow older, the sheer accumulation of responsibilities, health concerns, and societal expectations can sometimes make life feel incredibly heavy and serious. If you have noticed that you do not laugh as easily as you did in your younger years, or if you find yourself easily irritated by minor inconveniences, please know that this is not a sign of a fading personality. It is simply a reflection of the heavy mental load you have been carrying for decades. Music, your brain has been trained to focus on solving problems and avoiding danger, which can temporarily overshadow your natural sense of joy. However, the capacity to laugh at yourself and the absurdities of life is a profound indicator of deep emotional youth and cognitive flexibility. Music, laughter, is not just an emotional response. It is a powerful biological mechanism that lowers cortisol levels, reduces systemic inflammation, and triggers the release of endorphins, which act as your body's natural painkillers. Consider 2 men, Robert and Kenneth, both 80 years old. One afternoon, both men accidentally spilled a cup of coffee all over their freshly laundered shirts just minutes before they were supposed to leave the house. Robert immediately became furious, cursing his own clumsiness and letting the minor accident ruin his music entire day. His blood pressure spiked, and his tense mood alienated his family for the rest of the evening. Kenneth, facing the exact same situation, looked down at his stained shirt, chuckled out loud, and said that the coffee color actually matched his eyes. He calmly changed his shirt and left the house music with a smile, completely unaffected by the small mishap. While Robert's rigid perfectionism, music caused unnecessary physical and emotional stress, Kenneth's ability to find humor in his mistake protected his heart and kept his spirit remarkably light. This light-hearted approach to life is a massive predictor of longevity because it prevents daily micro-stresses from accumulating and damaging your immune system. The beautiful news is that you can actively invite more humor into your life. You do not need to be a comedian or force yourself to be happy all the time. Simply choosing to consume uplifting entertainment, spending time with friends who make you smile, or learning to gently laugh at your own forgetfulness can completely shift your internal chemistry. When you stop taking every single detail of your life so seriously, you lift an invisible weight off your shoulders. You give yourself the beautiful gift of grace. Laughter keeps your perspective fresh and reminds you that no matter what physical changes you are experiencing, your spirit remains completely untouched by time. By finding the humor in your daily journey, you are proving that joy is not reserved for the young. It is the magnificent reward of a life well lived. So today, try to look for the silly, the absurd, and the light-hearted moments hidden in your routine. Your ability to smile through the chaos is the truest sign of an eternally youthful heart. Number 6, your sense of purpose when you wake up. The sixth, and perhaps most profound sign that age simply does not matter, is music having a clear, motivating, clears-throat sense of purpose when you wake up each morning. In our society, a person's purpose is often heavily tied to their career or their role in raising a family. Music, when we retire or when our children leave home, it is incredibly common to experience a deep, quiet sense of loss regarding our identity, music, and our daily motivation. If you have been waking up feeling adrift or unsure of how to fill your hours, please understand that this is a completely natural transitional phase. It does not mean your life has lost its meaning. It simply means you are in the beautiful, sometimes challenging space between chapters, waiting to discover what comes next. However, finding and nurturing a new sense of purpose music is the ultimate driving force behind a long, vibrant, and healthy life. Researchers have consistently found that older adults who have a reason to get out of bed in the morning experience lower rates of heart disease, better cognitive function, and a much stronger immune system than those who feel aimless. Think about two women, Eleanor and Margaret, both 77 years old. Eleanor wakes up every day without a plan. She spends her hours passively watching television, waiting for the day to end and feeling a deep sense of isolation. Because she does not feel needed or engaged, her physical energy has steadily declined, and she often feels achy and fatigued. Margaret, on the other hand, wakes up with a gentle excitement because she has volunteered to read to children at the local library 2 mornings music a week, and she spends her other days tending to a community garden. Her tasks are not grand or exhausting, but they give her a profound sense of connection and structure. While Eleanor's lack of purpose is quietly accelerating her aging process, Margaret's daily mission keeps her mind sharp, her body active, and her spirit incredibly resilient. Her sense of purpose acts as an internal compass, guiding her through the days with meaning and joy. The most empowering truth about your purpose is that it does not need to be world-changing or massive to music be effective. Your purpose can be as simple as nurturing your houseplants, writing down your life stories for your grandchildren, adopting a senior pet who needs your love, or making a point to call a lonely friend every afternoon. The key is simply finding an activity that connects you to the world outside yourself and brings a gentle smile to your face. When you live with intention, you are sending a powerful biological signal to your body that you are still needed, still valuable, and still deeply engaged in the tapestry of life. You are refusing to let a number define your usefulness, music, or your capacity for joy. Take a quiet moment to ask yourself what small activity makes your heart feel light and engaged. Nurturing that activity is the greatest investment you can make in your own longevity. You have a lifetime of wisdom, compassion, and experience to offer, and the world still needs your unique light just as much as it ever did. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell, so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inspire and inform you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we bring our journey to a close today, I want you to take a slow, comforting breath and gently reflect on the 6 beautiful signs we have just explored together. We have discussed the vital importance of your adaptability to new routines, the physical alignment of your spine, your endless curiosity, music your emotional recovery rate, your ability to find humor in the chaos, and your deeply personal sense of purpose. If you recognize several of these signs within yourself, take a moment to celebrate the incredible vitality and resilience that is thriving inside you right now. But if you realize that you have been struggling in a few of these areas, please do not allow a single ounce of guilt or self-criticism to enter your mind. Music, the challenges you face as you age, are absolutely not a sign of failure or a reason to give up hope. Your body and your mind have carried you through decades of remarkable experiences, heartbreaks, and triumphs, and they are simply adapting to a new rhythm of life. The most breathtaking truth you can embrace today is that your biological age, truly music, does not dictate your future. You are not a passive observer in the aging process. You are an active, powerful participant with the complete ability to reshape your daily experience. You possess an immense reservoir of wisdom, and you have the power to make small, compassionate adjustments that will profoundly enhance the quality of your remaining years. Whether you choose to try a new hobby tomorrow, practice standing a little taller, look for a reason to laugh, or discover a new quiet purpose, every single step you take music is a glorious declaration of self-love. You are intentionally choosing to invest in your own joy, your own dignity, music, and your own vibrant independence. True longevity is not merely about extending the amount of time you spend on this earth. It is about ensuring that the time you have is rich with energy, connection, and peace of mind. When you free yourself from the rigid expectations of what it means to be a certain age, you open up an expansive space to truly enjoy the things that matter most. You gain the energetic freedom to play with your grandchildren, to explore your neighborhood, to share your stories, and to wake up every morning feeling genuinely glad to be alive. Your future is not a predetermined path of decline, and your current struggles do not have to be your permanent reality. By listening to the quiet, brilliant signals your body and mind are sending you and responding with gentle kindness, you are laying an unshakable foundation for a comfortable, fulfilling, and beautifully energetic life. Never forget that your journey is entirely your own, and you have every right to seek out joy, comfort, and growth in every single day, no matter what the calendar says. I encourage you to pick just one small insight we discussed today and gently weave it into your life tomorrow. Trust that your spirit and your body will respond with renewed music strength and immense gratitude. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inspire and inform you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.